I have a wonderful viewer left a comment, and today I want to share my thoughts with you. So this viewer left, most are trading peace of mind for perceived success and the things you can't take with you when you pass away. And I love your review, and it is so true, right? People, they want to be seen as successful, and they don't sometimes they don't care about integrity. They don't care about honesty. And I can share with you a real story in my life to prove the importance of integrity and honesty. Firstly, I want to use a Bible verse. So, in the Bible verse, Proverbs 22, verse 1, let me have a look. I want to tell you the exact verse. Proverbs 22, verse 1. A good name is to be chosen rather than great riches, and a favor is better than silver or gold. You might be thinking, really? I have seen all these people just doing whatever they want. I heard a lady say to me, she said to me, I have seen so many people just doing whatever they want and living a good life. But we forget something. We always chase the things that we can see, but we forget about the things we can't see. Just like choosing a partner, we choosing a romantic partner, people always see what they can see, what they can get from looking, but they are unable to assess who is this person. And it is extremely important. The reason is, if this person has a character issue, your relationship is going to have a problem, many problems. And when a person has a good character, it takes your relationship further. And it is coming from what you have inside. What you have physically will fade away. Seriously, I'm not saying physical material things are not important. I'm saying you have to have balance in between. That is how you gain the best results for your life, for your relationship, for your business. Coming back to this verse, why is it so important? Since there are people out there living a good life, doing illegal things even, I want to share with you, I know a person. So this person means to be proud of his background, his job, and everything he has. He has the things that most people want. And he doesn't particularly need to chase that because he has a good background. But the problem is, this person all his life was chasing the materialistic things. And all he cared about was money, was power. And he didn't treat people with honesty and integrity, always wanted to gain something from people. And right now, when he is getting older, he wanted to hide his identity. He wanted to hide himself all the time from public. Do you think why? Why does he want to do it? And of course, I know some of the backgrounds you don't know. So that's why I can share with you here. Because this person this person hasn't been doing the right things all his life. Didn't want to be honest, didn't want to have good names. All they care about is money, 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 power, power, power. Imagine how restricted you will feel if you have to constantly hide who you are and what you have. For example, I take videos. For example, I do businesses. I use my name to do business all the time, including taking videos, including I do business videos to introduce product and the service. The moment you put yourself out there, people will say something. Imagine if you do just one wrong thing to other people. How you will feel? How would you feel once you post a video to provide your product and service? If you provide a bad service to someone, they are going to push back. Even if one person doesn't push back, someone will push back. And they are going to be, you have to monitor your post to see if anyone is leaving a bad comment because you knew you have done the wrong thing. And you feel free. You feel restricted all the time. Because whatever you do, you are afraid of the bad comments. Don't tell me some people they do all the bad things. They can sleep well. That is another level. That is like it has meant this person. If you know someone like this, they have mental issues. Because we have moral. We know what's wrong, what's right. And we are so clever. As human, we can judge. You know what's wrong, what's right. Although we are not 100% correct due to our cultural backgrounds, but basic sense of right or wrong, you know it. Like you don't just go to someone's house and steal money. This is very basic, right? When you do these sort of things, you can't sleep. I'm just making an example. There are many other things that you can judge. That is a reason why Proverbs 22 verse 1 says, a good name is to be chosen rather than great riches. And the favor is better than silver and gold. It is telling you, having good name is good reputation. And having integrity, honesty is more important than great riches. Because when you have a good name, what will happen? People want to know you. People want to do business with you. People trust you. What can you gain when you have a good reputation? You gain what people are exactly looking for. People are looking for business deals. People are looking for transactions. People are looking for, providing service, because therefore they can gain the income. In the end of the day, this is, if you are really talking about money and the power, the most sustainable way to have money and the power is to be trustworthy and honest. I'm serious. I have been doing business with different business people. I realize that some people they just don't know how to do business. They change their mind a lot in the deals, or they try to gain a little bit, tiny bit amount of money from you. You know it, but you're not saying anything. But you don't trust them next time. Of course, we know we can do sneaky thing in business to gain more. But the problem is you don't make money by doing that. Sustainable money. If you really want to talk about power and the money, it's not through cheating, stealing, dishonesty. No. If you really want to gain trust, you have to be honest. I can make another example. When people are getting quotations for the restoration service, which is my book restoration service, I sometimes refuse the deal on the phone. I say to Lane, I'd rather talk to you on the phone to make sure that you are happy with my service. Otherwise, I don't have to take the deal. I'd rather you find someone else. I always say that to every one of my clients. Even in the video, I try to be as honest, as blunt as I can. And I always get a deal. I always get a deal. You see, and the last time I was thinking about, okay, so how many deals I got, like every time when I speak to customer, almost every deal. It's not because I'm cheap. It's not because I am more intelligent than anyone. It's because I'm honest. Because I was so blunt. You can't believe it, right? But it is true. Being honest can take you further away than you can imagine. When someone being dishonest, you think people that don't know, right? People they know. There are many mismatched things as you interact with people. You know something is wrong in their description, in the way they say things. And when you are being dishonest, people want to keep distance from you. Because we all know when we are surrounded by dishonest people, we are going to be affected greatly. Our energy, how we face life. Just like, I mean dishonest people themselves don't trust others. Do you think why don't they trust other people? Because themselves are untrustworthy. They project what they have done to others. So they don't believe in other people. So when you are dishonest, it has many disadvantages. It twists your worldview. It makes you believe this world is a nasty world. It makes you believe no one is trustworthy. It makes you believe this world is miserable. But it's not always like that. I understand there are bad people out there, but you have to try your best to be the good ones. And there are out there many, many good ones. Believe in me. Don't just look at the bad ones. When you are the good ones, you can impact other people. You can influence other people. Why good name is so important? Because it helps you achieve more than you can imagine. It gives you success in life. People believe in what you say. People follow you. People buy your service. People trust you. It has too many benefits. Of course, some people can take advantage as well. You just have to be smart and be aware of that. But always choose good names over money. Some people, especially so for some people, they only look at the benefit in front of them. So they don't look ahead. They don't look like after 10 or 20 years. What will happen? What will happen? They just look at what benefit can they get right now, and then they get into it. They can't get away. They can't get away from it because they want their benefit too quickly, and then they have to take the consequences. And then this is the same in many situations in business. If you only look at a short term, you don't look at a long term, you are going to pay the price. In relationship, if you like someone, you don't assess who they are, and then you think, oh, this person has a lot of money, this person look great, this person has a house and everything, and I like him as well. Why not? Why not just have a intimate night and have a baby and just just go with the flow without assessing who this person is. Too many people are doing that, and then they are facing they have 2 years of joyful time. The rest of time they are bloody painful because they don't assess the person long enough to do the things that is pleasurable. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So you need to be patient. Even you like a person a lot, you need to assess who are they, what sort of personality they have, how they treat people. Therefore, you get into relationship with them. No matter it's in romantic relationship, business partner, etc., don't just look at the short-term benefit. Always look at the long-term, where this person can take you to. That is the best strategy for you, for having a good life, okay? Of course, sometimes we can't be perfect. Even I'm saying it, I'm not perfect. But I'm saying it's a very general principle. But many people, they don't think about it. Even how government runs. If a government only look at the short-term benefit and sell their energy to other country. For example, in Australia sold the energy to overseas. And right now we have to purchase it back with higher prices. That is called you look at the short term, you don't look at the long term benefits. Right now, you have to use more money to buy back the energy for Australians to use. That's crazy, right? Anyhow, all I say is, I get really passionate because I love to do this. And the thing is, all I wish the best for you. That's why I'm here talking. I'm here sharing the things that I have learned. When I was young, I have suffered enough. I grew up in domestic violence family, and I came to Australia with nothing, couldn't quite speak English. It was pretty tough. But I learned a lot from my suffering, and I want to share with you. And I hope you can live the best life because you deserve it. Always believe that you deserve what you want, okay? Because you truly deserve it.